It's a great day, sports world. What's up to all the sports lovers, the haters, the addicts, and the fanatics out there? This is Larry Patterson for GT365. It's Game Time 365 Sports right here on the GTSN. That's the Game Time Sports Network. Here for episode 40. Amon, how you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing wonderful, man. Just enjoying this little monsoon we getting, this little rain we be getting the last past couple of days. It's been a pleasant surprise, much needed. But other than that, man, I'm doing great, man.
Yeah, I forgot how many days we get to the NFL season kicking off, but we probably in the 60 range, 60-day range.
No,
But
we're closer than that. No, we're closer
we
than that.
are
I think it's like 37. Hold up,
no.
37? Because September. Hold up.
Well, we in July. We still got August to go through. So, August is 31 days. I think we're like we're like in the 50.
40, 50 days away.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
So
about preseason. My bad.
yeah. So I mean, it's all coming up. Well, yeah, preseason right around the corner. But like as far as like the regular season, we got a little minute for there. 32 teams in 32 days. Hoping we can go ahead and kick that off later on this month. Um, Real quick, want to get your thoughts on Rasul Douglas signing a 1 year, I want to say it's a 1 year, $3.9 million deal with the Commanders. Um, it is a need for them. Yeah, yeah, 3 point is worth up to 3.8. How do you feel about that? That signing right there, late signing for the Commanders. Douglas played in 15 games with the Dolphins last year, and he had two interceptions, allowed 45 catches on 76 targets in 465 coverage snaps. That's according to Next Gen Stats. He had a 78.6 passer rating allowed. So uh, to go along with the Commanders and that young core over there, I think adding a veteran like him is very key. What you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it was a late signing, a decent signing for the Commanders. They need they need a veteran piece in that secondary room that been around the league. Green Bay, Buffalo. I'm probably skipping a couple other teams that he's been on. Probably Philly. I don't
Eagles,
know.
yeah, you got
Yeah, so
Eagles. I'm gonna say
yeah, so I think it's a good piece for that room. You got Mikey Sanders Steelers going to year three. You got your second round pick Trey Amos of last draft. This should be year two for him. And Lattimore was disappointing. You really didn't get what you wanted out of him. So I think that's a good signing. Like I said, stability is what that room needs on the side of the ball. Yeah, he'll come in and be a productive player. He'll show up and show out every down on Sundays, and he's gonna give you the best that he can. He's gonna give you a couple picks out of nowhere. He's gonna give you a couple of PBUs that be time that you do need for your defense. So I do like his signing for the Commanders. He's not a long term situation, but he's a hey, let's be a stopgap for right now until we find our long term answer. Via trade market of via free agency next year or the draft. So I expect the Commanders to cover that room.
at this point in his career, it's all about the 1 year rentals uh,
Sure.
for him. And real quick, Terry and Arnold is another one. Well, he passed the waiver claim and nobody claimed him. Is there a chance that Terry and Arnold will get to play this season, in your opinion?
Um, is there a chance? Sure. Um, will it happen? I don't know because of the legal situation. It's so tricky. And you want to say somebody is innocent to proven guilty or whatever the case may be, but you know the allegations that's coming out against Tyrion is it's still too much in the air. It's still too much that needs to be cleared up. With that situation for him to get signed on the team, I can see somebody doing it maybe middle of the year, maybe week 5, week 6, after they get more information and do their investigating on the case and so but right now I think he's going to probably be looking for a job all summer. Somebody might, get him at the end of camp and say, "Hey, just bring you in." They have you have to feel comfortable as the organization top down. with his situation and what he's going through is unfortunate. We know Nick Saban wrote a letter for him a couple weeks ago saying how good of an outstanding kid he is, and he would, I'm not saying he would never, get into anything like that, but that's not like his character. So we'll see, man, what happens with Terrion. But there's a chance to answer your question. Yes, will it happen? Maybe not before the season. Maybe during this season. Maybe if the injury or something happens, they bring him in and give him a shot and go from there.
Um, there could be a chance where he has like a six game suspension, probably,
For
right?
sure, he probably gonna get put on the commissioner's exempt list at some point. So
Um, one team he probably won't. We probably would be a long shot for signing him. I'm guessing maybe unless somebody gets injured. But him and Pastor Tan, you got a podcast together, so maybe Pat can hey, talk to him. Put a little bug in his ear.
no,
Come and join the no fly zone too.
I
And
mean it's a possibility, but you got CB2 out there, Riley Moss. That's hey, people give Riley Moss a whole lot of hell, but he hold his own. And then you got your first round pick, Jade Barron, that's been playing the slot mostly last year. So I don't know if that room is a little crowded. It may not be no room for tearing on him being a former first round pick. He may not saying he's gonna beat out Riley Moss or anything like that, but I don't know if there's enough room in there for him, man. I mean, it sounds good, it sounds good, but
let me dream a little bit, man.
you definitely can dream. But yeah, brother, no.
So the next topic we'll get into most improved team this
Ooh,
season, this off
salute.
season. Who are some of your most improved off season teams this off season in the NFL season? With the off season, I'm gonna go off one, and I'm gonna say the Rams. Just is it anytime you get Miles Garrett, it's an improvement.
A
And
thousand percent.
on top of that, you're trading for Trent McDuffie. I want to say it's another trade in that somewhere too. But you get Trent McDuffie. You also get Jalen Watson. You get a number of other players. You still continuing to get better with drafting. They they they're one of the top tier teams as far as drafting and development. Um, I had to throw the Carolina Panthers as another team in there too for the help that they got this off season with uh, what's my man, the edge rusher,
Jalen
Jalen
Phillips.
Phillips, as well as a number of other guys. Who are some of your most improved teams this season?
Huh. You said the Carolina Panthers and you said the Rams. I say the Cleveland Browns, and I would say I'm not gonna be a homer. I'm gonna say the Las Vegas Raiders. Um, well, I'm gonna be a homer, so I'm gonna say the Browns, the Raiders, and I like what New Orleans, doing with their offense. Getting Shuck some, help get them another weapon. So those are probably my three teams. I'm probably missing a team out there. Um, let me think. Scour, AFC, NFC. I'm gonna say the Browns and the Raiders and the Saints are probably my three improved teams going into the off season. Just because of, and I'm gonna say this before we move on. The Browns, yes, we know they lost Miles Garrett. Yes, we know losing Miles Garrett off any football team is a big loss. But where the Browns were in their cycle and where Miles Garrett was in his NFL career, the verse swap was great, and then they get the additional first round picks on top of that. So I think that was a win for the Browns, and then getting Concepcion and getting what's our guy name
Denzel
Denzel Boston in the second
Boston.
round. Yep, and then you get I think all of that coming in, and then you have a defensive rookie of the year in Carson Schwarzenegger going into year two. You have a Shador going into year two. You have a healthy Deshaun Watson now. Um, yeah, man, I like what I like what this Browns team is headed for the future. So I'm gonna say the Browns and Raiders, and I'm not gonna speak too much on the Raiders. I always talk about them all the time. So those are my two teams.
Juggins, Sampson as well.
Juckins
Uh,
be back off his injury, so
I'm hearing Justin Jefferson the defensive player. I want to. Where did he come out of? I forgot where he came out of, but they're talking about him having a pretty decent season coming up too. How he's been looking at the rookie mini camps and all that good stuff. So training camp is like what 2 weeks away.
Yeah, some teams kick off the 18th, so 2 weeks away.
Yeah, I wonder are the rookies back yet?
No, I think they come in the first. I think some of the rookies come in like the 18th through the 23rd, and then the vets come in like 2 or 3 days later.
Okay.
Only because the Hall of Fame game, whoever the Hall of Fame game is, those rookies come in first. So,
Yeah.
I don't know who the Hall of Fame game is. So,
Also, New England's another one, especially with the AJ Brown signing. They also got Romeo Dobbs, a couple of receivers that, uh, you know, separators that they didn't have last year. They had Steph Diggs and they were able to get to the Super Bowl. But I feel like that is an improvement. Houston Texans is another team, especially, with help up front defensively as well. So we'll go that route with them. You have any others?
no, I can't think of no more off the top of my head. Nah, I'm gonna stick with the Browns and Raiders. I probably could find one more out there, but
Um, Biggest sleeper team going into the season. Who is your biggest sleeper? The team that nobody is looking at. Uh, who do you have as that team this year?
the biggest sleeper team that nobody is looking at right now that could potentially make some noise. Who? Atlanta Falcons. I'm picking
What?
Atlanta. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Atlanta.
That came out of left. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
I'm gonna pick Atlanta Falcons, and only reason why I say the Atlanta Falcons is we know there's a whole bunch of ifs with this football team, but they have some. If you look at their offense on paper, you know, Pitts, Bijan, we know what Drake is. Your quarterback situation is not the greatest, but we have seen Tua lead the league in passing a year or two. And then your defense, you still got Jesse Bates, you got AJ Terrell, you got his brother on the other side. So you got decent linebacker play. Jalen Walker, James Pierce, whatever his situation is. So I think, what Matt Ryan and company is building down there, they can be a sleeper team that comes out of nowhere, um, that can win the NFC South and, shock a couple teams this year for sure. So I'm gonna pick the Falcons. We said sleeper, so I went deep in the bag on that one. So
No, for real, you did. Also signing Brian Robinson. So good backup. Tyler Goodson is another running back who did some work in Indy while John
hmm
was out. So that's another depth guy that you can use. In the receiving department, it's not sexy, but then you get Zachariah Branch. You drafted him in what, the second round?
second or third round.
Second or third round, but Kyle Pitts, and then like you said on the defensive side of the ball, you get James Pierce. I'm pretty sure he can be serving a suspension here and there. Jalen Walker jumped off the screen last year, so as well as the other ones that you named. Um, I think I said this, and we're going to stay within the division, but I said this a couple weeks ago in New Orleans. I think New Orleans got a chance to win the South. If you look at that South, I mean, that they always in a situation where who really wants to win this division? Tampa Bay, they only won like 8 games last year. Carolina won the division with nine wins, right?
Yeah, them jokers backdoored into the playoffs. They had a home game.
Had the home game. Like, that's crazy. Um, but I would say the Saints. With the weapons that they got over there, um, and defensively as well. What's another team that I feel is a sleeper? And the Giants. The Giants could be a sleeper. Uh, with Isaiah Likely over there, receiving hell. Who knows what Malik Neighbors is going to be looking like? Uh, or if he'll start the season. But I feel like offensively and defensively, they got Harbaugh over there now, different head of command now to get these guys ready. So I think the Giants are another one as well. What you think?
Yeah, I don't know if the Giants are a sleeper because of the expectations that they have with the players, the neighbors, the Scatterboos, the Darts. You know, I know Wandale's not there no more, but the receivers that they have there. So I don't know if they're a sleeper, but they definitely can sneak up on people this year with the John Harbaugh led team. We know what kind of coach he is and what his standard bears. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. I'm gonna give you one more, right? I'm gonna give you one more, and if you really think about it, this division that is, I'm gonna give you this team out of, they can win a division, but it's going to be a dogfight. The Minnesota Vikings with the original rejuvenated Kyler Murray, Brian Flores. We know what Brian Flores as a DC can do to a football team. You give Justin Jefferson a Kyler. He's never had a caliber quarterback like that on the center, in his career. Because we know if he's had Sam Darnold, he's had JJ McCarthy, he's had whoever. And then you got Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, the offensive line, Christian Darrisaw, he's a all pro type of tackle. And you got the running backs, Aaron Jones, he's a wily vet. He's been in the league for a while now. And then you swing for a Caleb Banks in the draft and pick 18. And we know how
That's
good of a
another
coach
swing.
that's a swing. But if you hit a home run, you got Chris Jones probably 1.5 on your hand.
Definitely.
If you everything clicks with him. And we know what Kevin O'Connell he can do, with quarterbacks because he's had a revolving door at quarterback. He had Kirk Cousins. He's had you just name his quarterbacks. He's had them and he's made them all work. Heck, he had Sam Darnold as a 13-win quarterback a couple years ago. And then he goes to Seattle, wins the Super Bowl. So I'm going to pick Minnesota as a super super duper sleeper in that division. But it's all going to be predicated of how fast Kyler and Jefferson and everything can mesh and jail. And we already know what Brian Flores can do on the defense. I have no qualms about that. He might not have the names, household names, but he has a Van Ginkel. He has a Byron Murphy still. He don't have Harrison Smith no more. Um, but you got Alvin Pace. He has good players on that defensive side of the ball that can disrupt and make things happen. So we know Van Ginkel, he's good for 3-4 interceptions a year coming off the edge in some shape, form, or fashion. So yeah, I'm gonna give Minnesota's my last one. I'm not saying they're gonna win the division, but they're gonna probably win more games than people expect them to. They're gonna compete a lot harder than people expect them to.
I think a lot of people are on them as well. And Dallas Turner going into his third
Make or
year.
break year. This is it. This make or
Yeah,
break for Dallas.
he led the team in sacks last year. I think it was like 8. So I mean, it wasn't that much, but he was a big part of of that defense. They also picked up Isaiah Loudermilk from the Steelers. So that's another depth piece you got over there. Drafted Jake Golday from Cincinnati, I want to say. So
Mm-hmm.
that's another piece right there. Isaiah Rodgers, like so. I mean, hey, I just don't. You know how I feel about short quarterbacks. And I mean, but Kyler's proven himself in the league. He's got the running ability as well, and hopefully Kevin O'Connell can make a how you say it. What's that saying that they always say? Make lemons out of we make lemons out of lemonade or something like that. But maybe so we'll see about that. What about the Jets? I think outside of the quarterback position, I know Gino. I know your boy Gino is
My boy Gino. Boy, I swear.
your boy Gino probably in a little heat right now. He always got some drama going on. But I think the pieces that are around the quarterback position with Brees Hall bringing him back, and then you drafting you a Kenyon Sadiq, And then the guys on the defensive side, make a break year for Aaron Glenn as well. I think if he don't get it done, or and I ain't gonna say get it done, if he don't improve, the defense don't vastly improve, I think he could be on his way out there as well.
Yeah, the Jets. I don't know. I don't see it. Um, on paper, they're going to be an improved football team, right? Of course, all the talent
Of
you bring. You
course.
bring Sadiq, you got Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall, you got Fashanu, you got your other tackle. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. The kid Mimbu, sorry, who he's an outstanding guy. But I feel like, and we've discussed this on air and off air in the past. I feel like Aaron Glenn's rope is a little short because of all the capital that they, and I'm gonna say it again, because of all the capital that they have in 2027 to get that guy. I don't know if the Jets are going, the organization, Woody Johnson and them are going to give the keys to Aaron Glenn to have all that ammunition to select his guy. Because Aaron Glenn has never selected his guy, right? We had Robert Sala, he picked Aaron Rodgers, right? Then you had, I don't even know who the Jets quarterback was last year. That's how bad they were. Um, see what I'm saying?
who,
I'm drawing a
who,
blank
who
right
was
now.
who
Yeah, I don't
was
know.
it?
I don't even know who the quarterback was last year. So that's how bad it was. But
Producer
uh
getting on it right now.
your producer get on him right now. I think no, Justin Fields was there for a little
Justin
bit.
Fields.
Justin Fields was there for a little bit. Um, so yeah, man, it all depends on what this thing will go as far as Geno goes. We know they traded Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner, so they got the picks coming in for those guys, as I stated earlier. So yeah, they'll be a sleeper, but I don't expect much from them guys.
It was Justin Fields. Started and played 9 games in 1,259 yards with 7 touchdowns and 1 interception. And
Mm.
then and then you had Tyrod Taylor. Oh, and then you had Brady Cook as well.
Tyrod Taylor, that boy was around when Buffalo was winning playoff games in 2018. Man, that boy been around for a while.
Where is Tyrod at now?
He's somewhere.
He's somewhere. Um, he's somewhere. But now we're gonna get into the last segment of the show. It's buy or sell.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. And so what we're gonna do is just go in certain divisions. We're gonna touch each division, but I'm gonna ask you your opinion. Are you gonna buy this or are you gonna sell it? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Joe Burrow leading the Bengals to the playoffs or another Super Bowl.
So one or the other, or
One of
both.
the or say let's say both.
But
Let's say both.
Joe Burrow leads the Bengals to the playoffs, and
And the
his
Super Bowl.
I'm gonna sell that because the AFC is so tough. It's so many quarterbacks in that conference. It's so hard to get past. We know the usual suspects. You got Lamar, you got Burrow, you got Mahomes, you got the Young Bucks, you got C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, you go on Josh Allen, you name it. It's just so tough, man. Even in their own division, you got uh who the Steelers starting this year. I
Uh,
drawn a blank on his
well,
name right now.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. He's 45, 50 years old. He can light you up still, for 200 and some change, 3 touchdowns. So I
Bo
just
Nick.
think Bo Nix. No disrespect, Bo Nix out there.
Oh, it was all disrespect.
No,
It
it
was
really
all
won't. I promise you, it really won't. And then you got Drake May. It really won't. You got Drake May in New England. Okay, maybe it was, but you got Drake Drake May in New England. And then you got um. It's just too much, man. The defense, man. I know they got some pieces in on defense. They got some draft picks. They signed some people. How fast can that come together? And the main thing for me, I don't trust Joe Burrow's health to hold up 17 games as in the past. And you know me, I'm the biggest Joe Burrow guy. I take him over anybody. That's me. But I can't trust his health. Um, going into this season. Can he stay healthy for a full 17 games? So I'm gonna sell that, and we can move on to the next one. Shoot me another one.
Lions getting to the NFC, getting to another NFC Championship game. You know, they've been a couple years removed from the first one when they played San Francisco, when they pretty much we thought that they were going to, win it in the first half. Second half came, they were non-existent. So do the Lions get to another NFC Championship game?
I'm gonna sell that one as well. Um, my boy going to the Chicago Bears a couple years ago. I can't think of his name. I'm drawing a blank on everything today. Forgive me, y'all.
You ain't by yourself.
Um, the office Ben Johnson.
Ben
You know,
Johnson.
he left that team. Um, and with some similar stuff, it wasn't the same. Um, I still don't trust the defense. The secondary, you got a Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph. They were hurt last year. We still don't have an answer opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. He's hurt. He was hurt last year, coming off an injury last year. Jared Goff is spectacular. Monroe St. Brown, JMO, and Sam Laporta, they're all spectacular. Gibbs can get a big bag here in the next couple weeks before the camp start or into camp. But I just don't trust that defense and hold to do just enough to get them over the hump. They have potential, but I think the injuries and having the opposite pass rusher beside Aiden Hutchinson kind of holds me back from saying that, hey, they can go to the NFC Championship.
Um, I'm going to sell it as well. As that North, as you spoke on earlier, I think it's
Ridiculous.
yeah. And just to touch on my the first one, my opinion on the Joe Burrow, I think it could happen, but as you were talking about, health comes in as well. So I think the Lions are in the same situation with health wise anyway. Hey, if you want to get you another pass rusher to complement Aiden, there's a guy in Vegas, that was traded earlier and then got it reneged. Speaking of, why we sitting
You
on it.
love doing that, bro. Like, come on, bro. You just be sending me stuff. Yeah, we gotta be better than that.
while we're speaking on the Raiders, buying or selling Max Crosby getting traded before the season starts.
Before the season starts, I'm
Yeah,
selling it. Selling
selling.
it. Right at the deadline, I'm buying it. It all depends on what team jockeying for position. Hey, do San Francisco, are you a pass rusher away? Hey, Detroit, are you a pass rusher away? Hey, whoever, are you a pass rusher away? Is that the missing piece? Come get them. So before the season, I'm selling, and it's coming from me now. One of the peers out there doing trade deadline around November. I'm buying it.
Okay. Um, I'm buying it too. I agree with everything you just said on that one. Chiefs get back to the playoff picture and Pat Mahomes staying healthy. Let me back this up. Pat Mahomes staying healthy through the season and leading the Chiefs to a playoff picture.
Selling it. Sell. Nah, I'm lying. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. That's my homes, man. Like Michael Jordan went away for 3 years, came back and went right to the finals, one back to back to back. So it's like when you have players of that rare air, that caliber of talent, that special of a player, they really don't fall off. They might have a bad season or two, but they just don't, they don't fall off a cliff like that. I don't see it. I would be shocked if he was, not. He's going to be comeback player of the year. We can book that. So if you are there listening, watching, however you consume this on FanDuel, DraftKings, comeback player of the year, go and put some money down on Mahomes right now. Trust me, you'll thank me in the end of NFL honors next year. But I just don't see Mahomes being so great. Kelsey's last ride potentially being in the league. We know he got married a couple weeks ago. I think they're going to get him back to the playoffs, and from there, anything is possible. So I'm gonna buy the Chiefs getting back to the playoffs and Mahomes being healthy. Now I'm not saying they're going to win a division. There might be a wild card because there's a team in Denver that may have something to say about that. There may be a team in LA that might have something to say about it as well. But I think one of there's going to be two teams, maybe three, depending on how the seedings shake out in the AFC West that makes the playoff this year. That's my prediction.
Real quick, if your life was on the line, which one you taking? Mahomes or Burrow to lead their team to the playoffs? Well, yeah, to the playoffs.
I'm a big Burrow guy, man. I'm taking Joe Shiesty. I'm a big Burrow guy because it's kind of hate on Mahomes because he in the division, but I'm taking Joe Shiesty.
I think both of them, yeah, and you're going to see this probably throughout the season. I don't know if they play. Normally, they will play, each other during the season, but which quarterback in comparison, both of them. When Burrow didn't get hurt, but he's got the relatability of being hurt. Both teams missed the playoffs last year. Which one, So I'm gonna go Mahomes though. You go Burrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the reason why I'm going Burrow because I like his weaponry around him way more than I like the weaponry that's around Pat
okay.
Mahomes right now. Because outside of Travis Kelsey, who can you depend on in that wide receiver room to be there 17 games? We know how Xavier Worthy is. That's still up in the air as far as I don't know. Rasheed Rice, he stay in trouble. Who else? Juju ain't there no more. Maybe Juju is there. I'm not sure.
No, he with the Giants.
Okay. Who else can you depend on? I know Chase and Higgins. I know what they're gonna do when they step on the field. So I know what Chase Brown will do in the backfield. My boy Mike Gesicki at tight end. He's not a top 10 tight end, but he's a serviceable tight end. I just trust the weapons around Burrow more than I trust the weapons around Mahomes.
Let us know what you think in the chat, guys. Mahomes or Burrow, which one would you go with to improve their team and go to the playoffs? Rasheed Rice looked good leaving the precinct.
Oh,
Running.
you said, boy, he got that thing so fast, and that car said, "Skirt." I said, somebody need to go pick him up right now. Turn back around, take him right back in there because he actually he ain't learned his lesson, boy. But hopefully he can stay out of trouble this year, man, and be the player that I know he's capable of being from a few years ago to get them back to the playoffs.
Jaguars make back-to-back playoff appearances since 98, 99. Were you buying or selling that?
I'm buying it. I'm buying it because you get Liam Cohen. I seen a different Trevor Lawrence last year, and you got Parker Washington, Jacoby Myers. You got a Brian Thomas back. Well, you get Brian Thomas, then you get a Travis Hunter coming off injury. You get, Trayvon Walker keeper sitting there. You got Josh Hines Allen. So I think the Jaguars was an interception away or a possession away of beating the Bills.
They
And that
they
and that and that was it a wild card or a divisional round? So they're not that far off. So I buy the addition of I take Travis Hunter coming back to them as an addition this offseason. And me personally, I would rather for him to play on the secondary on the defensive side of the ball and sprinkle in on the offensive side of the ball. I think your offensive wide receiver room is Myers, Parker, um, Brian
uh,
Thomas
uh,
Jr. I think you got enough there. That
Strange.
Strange, the tight end that they drafted, Bush. I can't think of his name for Texas A&M or wherever he came from. Can't think of his name right now. I think you got enough there. He will give that secondary an immediate boost and go out there and cover your best wide receiver down in and down out every Sunday. So I think that I'm buying the Jaguars this year.
I'm gonna sell. I think it's gonna be a little tough. Houston still in that division. I think Indies, kind of improved during the off season.
Yeah, but
Uh,
what version of what can you guarantee me we can get the CJ Stroud of 2023?
well,
Can
that's
you
the goal.
guarantee me that?
Well, that's the goal. I mean, who knows? Who knows if we're gonna get Daniel Jones like from like the first 8 weeks of the season?
Lord have mercy. We may. We're going to get an improved Cam Ward as well with it with a number one and Carnell Tate. So, but I feel like it's too many. It's too many. Too many. We know that defense in Houston is number one, maybe one B behind the Broncos defense. You know, whichever flavor
Oh
ice
no!
cream you like,
Oh, put
whichever
it
flavor ice cream you like. Um, he's gloating there. I can't wait till y'all downfall happen. Uh, but yeah, man, it's you selling on the Jaguars. I'm a bow on the Jaguars only because I think Liam Cohen is a good enough coach that he can build Trevor Lawrence off his not great last year, but his decent last year, making the playoffs, beating the Chiefs at home on Monday night. That was a big accomplishment for Trevor Lawrence and that team. We all watched that game. Man, you was talking during that game.
and the
That was
way
a
that they did.
huge win. Yeah, that was a huge win for that young team. So can Liam Cohen get Trevor Lawrence to ascend to another level than he did last year? And I'm buying stock into the Jags this year.
Uh, the Falcons haven't made the playoffs in 8 years. The
Jesus
Saints
Christ, boy.
haven't made the playoffs in 5 years. Which team makes the playoffs out of those two?
The Falcons and who?
The Saints.
Oh God.
Both haven't made the playoffs in quite some time. But which one breaks the streak?
I'm gonna say the Falcons because of Stefanski.
They do
Stefanski
have
can
a
coach
better
some
chance.
Stefanski can coach some stuff. We see what he did 2 coach of the years in Cleveland and where that franchise was before he came in. So I'm gonna say Stefanski because he has a track record of doing it, getting the most out of his quarterbacks when people really don't want the quarterbacks. And his offense is quarterback friendly. So, and he has the weapons. I don't think he's had a Drake London, a Bijan, and a Kyle Pitts at any shape, form, or time while he was in Cleveland. And I think those guys are just too good offensive players and too dynamic and too explosive. And then Zachariah Branch, you add in the second or third round that can take the top off the defense. I think you give him that to play with, along with the defense that's going to be led by Jesse Bates and AJ Terrell. I and with a second year Jalen Walker and hopefully a James Pierce, as we spoke of earlier, I think if you give him that, I think he probably have a better chance of making the playoffs than the Saints do. Maybe the Saints are maybe a year away, maybe a couple of defensive pieces away, maybe another running back away to making the playoffs. But I'm gonna take the Falcons right now.
Cowboys making the NFC Championship game for the first time since what 96, 95, 96, something like that. You buying or selling the Cowboys making the NFC Championship game this year?
I'm gonna sell it. I thought about saying buy for entertainment purposes, but I ain't gonna sit here and lie to myself. I'm gonna sell it because I don't. They have the pieces, but
They
there's
definitely
gonna they got the pieces, bro. They got the pieces. They got the pass rushers. They got the interior pass rushers. They got the receivers. They got an offensive line. They got the quarterback that's top five, top 10, depending on who you talk to. But I'm a sell, man. It's just something about the Cowboys. They got this mysterious funk around them right there where they just can't get out their own way. And I think that's going to happen again at some point because I expect a resurgence from JD and Washington. I expect a better year from Jalen Hurts. The Eagles as a whole football team with that cloud they had going over their head with AJ Brown and that drama last year. I expect a better football team. And I expect the John Harbaugh team with the Giants to be a well coached team that's going to give everybody in the NFC East some fit. So I'm going to say I'm going to sell it. I do see them making the playoffs as a wild card, but I don't see them going further, probably than round two, a divisional round, and then getting bounced.
I'm gonna buy it. I think with if as long as Dak can stay healthy, like we just spoke about, they have the pieces, especially on defense. You're bringing dogs on there on the defensive side. I think some curses are meant to be broken. Uh,
Sure.
and look at the Knicks. So
Lord
so
have mercy, boy. He finally had to find a way to bring them jokers up. Oh,
I mean, the Knicks are the defending world champions. I can't believe I'm saying that. But I think some curses are meant to be broken. I think that franchise is hungry for some type of relevancy other than just making the playoffs and getting out in the first or second round. And then they got the horses to do it. Javante Williams, one of the better pass blockers in the league. With Pickens coming back, he's in the contract year. He's going to try to prove himself. The tight ends, the offensive linemen. If Demario Overshown can stay healthy, man,
let
that
me tell
defense.
you, if I see a Dallas Denver Super Bowl,
Oh,
man, do you know how miserable my life will be for the next 5, 6 years just on sports alone? It'll be sad. Had to deal with you and then deal with all the guys that went to school with us and they big Cowboys fans. Y'all know who y'all are too. We ain't gonna say no names.
I'm pretty sure you got family members as Cowboys fans.
Oh God, my aunt, she come to here. The Cowboys will be losing by 20. She's still talking. You know what? It's gonna just be bad, bro. Like I don't wish that on nobody, but that's one game. You know how Dylan Brooks be hate watching that meme. He be hate. That's exactly what I'll be doing. I'll be hate watching from the national anthem all the way to the celebrate. I'll be hate watching, but that would be an intriguing Super Bowl matchup if that was to happen, though. But yeah, I see where you're coming from with Dallas. Curses are meant to be broken, but hold off one more year for me, please.
Yeah, we need that. We need that kind of Super Bowl, just so, especially if Denver wins. Um, which Notre Dame running back between Jordan Love, who was drafted by the Cardinals, and Jadarian Price, who was drafted by the Seahawks, which one do you think will have the better season in terms of numbers? I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy on Jadarian Price, simply on the championship pedigree that he's already about to be a part of. Replacing Ken Walker is that's a big task, and who knows if Zach Charbonnet can come back healthy. So I think, and just predictions right now, we don't know anything, but I think Darian Price could have had the better season than Jeremiah Love. What you think?
I'm going Jeremiah Love. This is easy.
And I
Number
figured
three, yeah, it's number three overall pick. I'm gonna run you in. I'm gonna run you in the dirt. We don't have a quarterback on our roster right now. You drafted Carson Beck, 67 overall in the third round. Gardner Minshew, Jacoby Brissett. Those are your three quarterbacks on your roster. You got Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, Paris Johnson. There's probably your premier offensive players. All right, you're not going nowhere this year, right? You're not going nowhere. You don't have a quarterback on your roster that can probably get you 5 wins right now, and that's being nice. If I'm being real, probably say three. Say three. I think they're going to ride Jeremiah Love till the wheels fall off this year. I expect him to have maybe 12, 1,300 yards from scrimmage, probably 1,800 rushing, and probably maybe another four, 3, 4 receiving. So more like 12, 1,300 yards from scrimmage. So I'm definitely going to pick Jeremiah Love, and I think he's more explosive than Jadarian Price. He has the
right.
home run potential. Jadarian Price has home run potential as well, but this kid right here, he's a little different. If you go back a couple of drafts ago, you remember Bijan coming out of Texas. This is a bigger version of Bijan, I believe, in my opinion. He's electric. He run a track. He got sprint speed, and I think He's going to bring a whole lot of excitement to the desert for the Cardinals fan because they're going to need something to cheer on or latch on to for the season. And I think Jeremiah Love, he's going to give you their money's worth, your money's worth every Sunday, and you're going to be excited for the future. Now, once they get a quarterback in there, yeah, it's going to be up.
And the beautiful thing about it, you can send him anywhere. You can send him outside. You can send him out wide. You can send
Put
him
him
in
in a
slot.
wide receiver, you can put him at tight end, you can put him at quarterback, wildcat quarterback, you name it.
Yeah.
He's explosive.
Uh, the do do the Bills finally make the Super Bowl in their new building, or the Patriots having another trip to the Super Bowl? Which one are you buying or selling, or which one are you buying?
I'm buying the Patriots going back to the Super Bowl. I, for some reason, man, I just feel like you know how there's always that one sports team that has their arch nemesis that just can't get over the hump, no matter what what it is. Maybe it was like back in who always got who always Jordan got in who way
And then
the Jazz. He always
yeah,
the Jazz. He every time they play him in the finals, you was like, oh, the Jazz good this year. Nope. He and I feel like it's that with Josh Allen. I don't want to say he's going to be on a Jim Kelly type trajectory where you go to, well, Jim Kelly went to the Super Bowl and lost it 4 times, but I
that's
feel like it's gonna be tough for him to. That's hard to swallow. That's a tough pill to swallow, bro. 4 times you lose, four. That's tough. Well, I mean, we was snotty nosed kids at that time. We were still in the Pampers, but we don't really, so we was young boys. So,
but
but
still four
that's
straight
that's
is
that's that that's tough. That's tough pill to swallow. But
damn.
I just think with what they have going on with Vrabel up there, with the addition of AJ Brown and Josh McDaniels being the scum head coach that he is, and being a genius offensive coordinator, I think I can see them getting back. Um, Better, more than I can see the Buffalo Bills going to the Super Bowl in their stadium. I would like to see Josh Allen get there at least one time to see what he can do when they get there, but I just don't see it happening. Just as like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Tom Brady will always stop Peyton Manning from going to the Super Bowl. You always had to go through New England and get to the Super Bowl, and I just don't know if it's his time yet. I would like to see it, from as a fan of Josh Allen, but I can see the Patriots getting back, a lot quicker than I can see the Bills getting to their Super Bowl in their home field.
I'm going to buy on the Patriots to go back for the sake of this topic right here. But I know that's not going to happen because the quarterback that's going to be playing in the Super Bowl this year, Bo Nix, will he throw for over 5,000 yards this year?
No,
You're not buying it?
no.
I'm going to buy it. The addition
Five.
with
First of all, he don't even have the. Yeah, he do. No, no, no. Maybe 4,000, maybe 4,500, not five though. Because you talk about Drew Brees type stuff, and we're not being disrespectful
I
like that.
mean,
We not gonna do that today, Larry.
who
We
who
having a good conversation. We not gonna.
who coached Drew Brees though?
We know who coached Drew Brees, but who is Drew Brees? Drew Brees is Drew Brees. He's him for a reason. He's not that. You see, he got one little stick of a leg and got one regular leg right there. He better be worried about just coming through the preseason healthy. You can have a red jersey on the whole preseason, so.
Drew Brees
Oh
played 20
Lord,
years in the
we
league.
doing this already, bro. We ain't even got through. We ain't got the
One,
preseason yet. He talking about somebody
two,
throwing 5,000
three,
yards.
4, 5. Drew Brees was in San Diego for 5 years. Bo Nix is just in year 3, going to year
You
3.
had this one loaded up in the chain, didn't you?
I had it.
Lord have mercy.
Man, I had it. I had it loaded up. Drew Brees with Sean Payton has threw for over 5,000 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Okay.
4 different quarterbacks. I understand, but with development, I'm
Oh,
telling you,
for sure,
I'm
development. Yeah,
telling
but
you,
you ain't. Yeah, but you ain't have a. I don't think there's a Michael Thomas on that team. I don't think there's what's my boy name? What's my boy name? Devery Henderson, Marcus Colston on that team. I just don't. Yeah, Jalen Waddle cool. That's a cool toy. So Sutton cool. He cool.
in a new environment too. I think the Ferrari about to be shined up, man.
It's cool, whatever.
We're not gonna stay on.
But you know why he not gonna throw for 5,000 yards? Because Cortland Sutton gonna piss you off one day, and you gonna be cussing him out on a Sunday night at 6:05. Why his dumb ass done dropped the ball? That's the reason. That's the reason why he not gonna throw for 5,000 because you be pissed off at Cortland Sutton about something. That's exactly why.
He had a number of drops. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And then you don't.
Uh,
I mean, and then you got Go back and do me a favor before we get off this. Before we get off, go back and let me know who was Drew Brees' tight ends. I damn sure want no Adam Troutman. So he ain't want to throw no 5,000 yards. I think he had a. I think he had what's my boy Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham. But
Yeah.
that's okay because we got our rookie from NC State, Justin
Oh,
Jolie.
yeah, Justin Jolie. Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
we got Dalen Bentley. I don't know, man.
Adam Troutman equals Jimmy Graham. That's all I'm gonna get you on there. That's what you're saying. That's exactly what you said. Okay. All right. What you got?
And the last one, which team are you buying to have the #1 pick in next year's draft? We should be there. We should be
It's
there.
because it's at home.
It's at home.
Yeah, we will be there. We will be there. It's up the street. Have mercy.
Arizona, Miami, the Jets, Cleveland, Tennessee, or the Raiders. Which one are you buying to have the #1 pick next year?
Oh God, that's so tough. I can see a pathway for Miami. Miami, because that Miami because their team is so young, man. They have like 13 rookies that's gonna play this year. And Malik Willis, this is his first year as the first time starter. So I can see a pathway for Miami. I can see a pathway for Arizona.
That's the next team I was gonna go to.
Yeah, I can see the Jets too. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna say Miami.
Uh, yeah, I would. I'm gonna buy on Miami as well. But I was thinking about this. I mean, clearly because I picked them, but I mean, all these teams have a case to have the #1 pick. Now, I'm gonna
No,
go.
besides the Raiders not having we ain't got no case. Don't be disrespectful. Don't do that. Don't even be. I can't believe you snuck that last one there just to piss me off. I know you did because you know good and well we not gonna be win no. We might win 6 games, but we ain't gonna win no 3 games. You gotta be at least 3 wins to be #1 overall pick. You saw this anyway. Go ahead. Oh boy.
Let us know who do you think has the
Put a
which
poll.
one are you
Put a
buying?
poll up. Put a poll up or something.
Which
You
one are you
disrespectful.
buying to have the #1 pick?
I ain't know somebody so disrespectful, boy. I
The
swear.
Arizona Cardinals, the Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, the Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, or the Las Vegas Raiders. Which one are you buying to have the #1 pick in next year's draft? I should have picked the Raiders.
You should go ahead and pick them. Go ahead and pick them. Please do.
I should have picked
Pick
the
them.
Raiders.
Pick them. Because we about to get a treasure trove of picks if we do. We about to end up with 3 first rounders.
No, I'm gonna go Miami.
Yeah, that's a small play. Because if you look at the, hold on, let me pull up the Miami Dolphins roster right quick, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna stop at 2 names, and you'll be like, yeah, that man. Hold on.
I where is it right here? I have it right here.
Talking about
So
some dang on Raiders, boy. You disrespectful, boy.
Devin A-Chain is probably the most valuable player on the offense.
Listen to this now. This is who Malik was gonna be throwing the ball to. Malik, no disrespect to these guys, you know they all pros.
No disrespect at all.
Malik Washington, Jalen Tolbert, Tutu Atwell, Terrence Marshall Jr., Theo Wise Jr., and Taj Washington. Who?
Chris Bell.
And Chris Bell, he's hurt. Tight end, offensive line. I see 2 dogs there. Patrick Paul, Austin, and Jonas Savanier. I'm just looking at the offensive side of the ball. You got A-Chain, and look at you, Quinn Ewers, Cam Miller, Mark. I don't even know who the last dude is. Yeah, that looked like a
Greg Dulcich at tight end.
Yeah, he played once in Denver for a couple snaps, but that was it. And he went on threat.
About 5 games a season.
For sure. But yeah, this team looks like an expansion team, and I ain't even joking. If we keeping it above,
Yeah.
it's tough.
The boy look bad.
It's tough. It's tough, bro. Like, and it's Aaron Brewer, Patrick Paul, Jonas Savanier. Those are dogs. But Zach Sealer on the defensive line, dog. Jordan Brooks, dog. The corner room, Juju Brents, your guy. Ethan Bonner, Storm Duck, Major Burns, who? Right. So Miami.
That linebacker room could be something.
That that linebacker room is nuts between Jordan Brooks and the rookie they drafted this year.
Jacob Rodriguez,
Yes,
Kyle Lewis.
yes.
That linebacker room could be something to watch in the next coming years.
I would argue to say by the end of this season, that's going to be a top 5 unit in the league. Because Jordan Brooks a tackling machine. Jacob Rodriguez is a ball stopper. Kyle Lewis, we know what he can do in coverage. We seen that on film at Pitt, what he can do covering tight ends and wide receivers up the seam in the slot. I'm gonna say that's probably the brightest spot on this roster that they don't have to, worry about investing capital in going forward in the next couple of years. Because between those three guys, you got certified dogs.
I'm gonna say that's a good topic for the next show. Units, top units heading into the new season. It's gonna be a nice. I like that one. Great idea. You got anything else before we head out of here?
Nah, man. I just want to, to get ready for 30 for 30. I think we're gonna try to get it popping here soon. Me and you'll talk off camera. I mean, 32 for 32. I don't know. I think about the NBA. Get that going here very soon, and just it's getting closer to camp. You're gonna start seeing transactions happen. The waiver wires picked up a little bit. You're gonna it's the unfortunate part of the game, but there's gonna be some injuries in camp, and it's rough, man. But it's getting exciting for us. Yeah, we the rookies report for whoever's in the Hall of Fame game in 2 weeks, maybe week after next. Yep, and it's getting real now. So Larry, you can pull your Russell Wilson jersey out. I got to make sure I give that to you at some point. Pull your Russell
I
Wilson
still
jersey.
can't believe that a Raider fan spent his hard-earned money on Denver Bronco merchandise.
It was on clearance.
You still spent the money on the merchandise.
I had $5 though. I had $5 to spare. You know how you just find $5 and loose change in underneath the floor.
I don't blame you because I would do the same thing. Instead, I would take the jersey and I would set it like where my toilet stool is, so I can have
Sure,
set my feet in.
for
So
sure.
I think that's a good idea. I might get a Raiders clearance jersey probably for $1.
Yeah, you can get your Jamarcus Russell one for about 50 cents for real on the low, for about a quarter or two. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the season. It's like being a kid in the candy store.
Favorite
Especially for
part?
my team. Yeah, best part of the year. And with get to see Mendoza and live bullets with my team. So yeah, man, I'm excited.
Yeah, 30 as you said, 32 for 32. We're gonna. I normally usually kick it off late in the month in July, so we can have those 30 days to stretch through August. The season is kicking off with the first week in September, so give the people something to watch, something to tune into, for your favorite team. So we'll give you an updated date on the 32 for 32. So be on the lookout for it on in the later on this month, like later on this month. Me and Amon will try to come to you later on this week. If not, probably the same time next week. But on behalf of my guy Amon, it's a great show. Another
Yeah.
great one, episode 40. And we'll be back with episode 41 pretty soon. Y'all take care. Have a great night.